I'm curious to see what other games you feel are underrated.
Um, some more specific ones that we play or have played. I put Outlast on this list. It is a game we've talked about before, and I feel like it's one of those games that gets overseen because when people think of like survival horror, they're like, "Oh yeah, Resident Evil," and then it's like name another one. They're like, that's it." Like maybe they'll say like Amnesia from back in the day, or they'll say like Silent Hill, or they'll say Alien Isolation, which I didn't think was that great of a game. It was just more jump scary than anything, kind of like the movie. Um, but Outlast is one that like it's the um the graphics of it were amazing. The first one at the time, amazing. The most recent one that came out, fucking looks awesome. And I feel like to have a game of that magnitude, that big, and the thing is the game doesn't really have a lot of borders to it. So like a lot of times like with these horror games or just any mission based game where it's like here's where you are, this is where you have to get to, a lot of times here's just this golden lit up path that you walk down and that's it. But on Outlast, like I recall a mission from the most previous one, like you could hide in like horror like um like a horse trough or whatever. There's water. There's like cornfields you could hide in. There's like barrels you can hide in. You could hide in this. You can hide in. It's just like there's of course there's borders like out here, but like when you look at the game and it's like okay, this is where I have to get to. Like a lot of people like look at these games like this is my path. Well, Outlast is like this is your path to get there. So it's just like you can be as stealthy as you want to be. It's just like I think it's just a very underrated game how they put it together in the sense of there's not this golden laid out path for you to get there. There's times where I got lost playing that game because it's like it doesn't tell you. Because I know in some games, if you wander around for like 5 minutes, all of a sudden this beacon pops up and it's like, this is where you got to go. This is what you got to do. Outlast doesn't do that. Like you got to figure it out, and while you're trying to figure it out, you got something trying to kill you. So it's just
Yeah.
like it, I just think it's a very underrated game where everybody always immediately goes to the Resident Evils, which don't get me wrong, Resident Evils are very good. I'm not going to even say that they're overrated. I think Resident Evil gets the attention that it should. It's not people don't say, "Oh, it's one of the best games out there," because it's not, but it gets enough attention, the right amount of attention as a horror game. So I'm not harping on Resident Evil at all. I'm just saying that Outlast deserves more recognition than it
Well,
gets.